Hi everyone, it's Libby from Maighstir Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. A little bit of housekeeping. If you're having troubles with your volume, go into your YouTube settings. That's when you're watching a video. Go to the little cog down the bottom, or you can go into settings if you're on your YouTube channel. And turn on your stable volume. The issue's not this end, it's YouTube doing funky stuff, and it's about turning on your stable volume at your end. So sorry if I sound like a bit of a broken record in regards to that, but I keep getting comments quite regularly, so I'm just going to repeat that as often as necessary. Okay, and also I'm just going to remind everybody, be polite. If you want to have a debate, that's fine, but don't be attacking people, don't be calling people names. And I'm just going to put it out there, if all you're going to do is correct my pronunciation, I don't have time for, I love that you take time to do it, but it really irks me. Just understand that there are different ways of saying and accents all over the world. So thank you for taking the time to correct my pronunciation. But when it's the 50th comment with the same thing, it wears a bit thin. Okay, what do I want to have a look at? I'm using the Smith-Waite Tarot deck. And I want to have a look at Huffines. Did I pronounce it correctly that time? Huffines. News has now come out that he is heavily invested in a regeneration research with a company called Secretome, and I'm sure I've pronounced that right. It's probably Secretome or something like that, using newborn heart tissue. I wonder where one gets newborn heart tissue from. They are claiming that it is from aborted fetuses. Well, that's interesting, seeing abortion is no longer legal in the United States, and or from newborns undergoing heart surgery. Well, this is now fully exposed with the Sun card. And it's saying yes to what I'm thinking. And what I am thinking is that there are not enough newborn heart surgeries to supply the tissue that is required for this particular. Actually, I've had lunch, so it's not because I'm hungry. I actually feel quite ill in regards to this. So, King of Swords, information is being brought out there. There might be legal action that is taken. So, and it is about a regeneration, as in staying young research program. Oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Let's have a look. Now, he's also apparently come out today, strange that, saying, oh yeah, they can search the Zorro ranch. I've never stopped them, which we know is absolute BS because the authorities have come out and said that he prevented them from searching. So he's trying to change his story. Okay, but we've got the World card and we've got the Chariot card. Movement forward to bring about an end of an era. Now, there is reports that there has been heavy machinery at Zorro Ranch. I'm assuming cleaning up the mess. So let's have a bit of a look. Let's have a bit of a look at the was the heavy machinery, because there was tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of cement dumped in the basements to close the basements up. Pretty sure they haven't been able to get that cleaned out with heavy machinery. But let's have a look. What was the heavy machinery there for? I'm just going to use the Smith-Waite Tarot deck. They're not as dark as the decks that I could use. Tell me about the heavy machinery at Zorro Ranch and the fact that Huffines is now given permission for authorities to look. What do we need to know? Come on down, let's have a look. Oh boy, nightmare situation. He's finding himself between a rock and a hard place. So tell me about the heavy machineries, left with an awful mess to clean up. Anxiety, challenged by, I am just going to say, I really feel like he was handsomely rewarded for taking on the property. There was a backer, it was my feels, that gave him the money for it. Great anxiety. The challenge is money trails here. Oh, sort of truth coming out. In the past, what she might be leaving the country under cover of darkness, trying to legally stay out of the limelight in the past, with the Six of Swords, the hooded figure trying to move forward with all the swords upturned, trying to stay out of the limelight in the past, but find himself fully exposed. The Hanged Man, sacrificed. Immediate future. Okay. Trapped in the gilded cage, living the life of luxury, the money, but can't get out. We've got here the Magician, externally for him, manipulation, internally the Emperor. Those with the empirical energy. He's very possibly feeling like he got manipulated by those behind the scenes. I'm sure he would, and he's now trapped with this heavy burden. He's been outed, he's been discovered, and it's just getting too much for him with that Ten of Wands. The outcome. Four of Wands, some sort of meeting or announcement happening that people just aren't buying. We've got the King of Cups. And we've got the offer that's being rejected here. Now, the King of Cups might be, I think you guys said, one of the state senators in New Mexico is really pushing. So that was a female state senator, but they can still be kings. Kings are about external action, whereas queens, for me, are about internal action, doing it in something internally. So this might be external action, negotiation, and offering, but he doesn't want to take it. We've got the money trail here. We've got the lies, deceit, abuse of power, but this is also the finding oneself in a sabotage position, and the Tower. This is not going to end well. We've got the Four of Pentacles trying to keep things hidden, the money hidden, but this could be jail time for him. Big legal trouble. Contemplating going overseas, looking at the financial situation, the Devil, the Judgment, the loss, and the the Seven of Pentacles. He may have been promised to be paid, but he might not have gotten all the money yet. Okay, he's in big trouble. Okay. So creepy. Let's have a look. I want to have a look at this Secretome regeneration. What do we need to know about the Secretome regeneration? Claiming ethical harvesting of newborn heart tissue. Oh, God. Yeah, that was me muttering. Let's have a look. Secretome, with its heavily invested, 150 million or something he put into the company. It's about regenerative, and we do know that these parasites do like to try and stay youthful forever. Let's have a look. Right. Tossed. Oh, yep. Being fully exposed. Right. Being tossed out of the ranks of the moneyed. I'm hearing that he's getting blamed for not covering his tracks. Now, I'm just going to pop those down and bring you up for a moment, because that's reminding me of something that, oh, my guides get a bit chatty when I'm trying to get to sleep at night. Oh, sleep, what's that? They were telling me, like, I was thinking about Bondi's deposition in front of Congress. It was just absolutely horrific, and I had been listening to Rosie's insights about that last night, as part of trying to catch up on other readers' videos at the end of the day, as I try to do. I got really clearly that because this arrogance of Bondi, what I get is that she too, allegedly, entertainment only, had been abused as a child, but she sided with the abusers, and what she feels about the survivors that have come forward. She blames them for being victims. Does that make sense? It's this really weird justification that she's put in her mind, that the reason why they are victims is it's because it's their own fault. Now, so therefore, she feels no empathy for them. Now, that does not in any way excuse her attitude, her illegalities. She was apparently, one of the Congress people haven't watched it fully, basically said, "You've just perjured yourself," and she went ballistic at them, as if she's above the law. But yeah, that's what my guides were telling me last night, is the reason why she has the attitude that she has is because she had been in a similar situation but is now in a position of power and control. She blames the survivors for being victims and not becoming part of the power and control. It's so warped. It was just doing my head in last night. Anyhow, sleep. I laugh at sleep. Come on down, let's have a look. Okay, so this is being tossed out of the ranks because didn't cover the tracks enough, is what I'm getting there. Oh boy, and I think I got that yesterday. I can't remember most of the time what I get in a reading, because it's my guides yapping through me, not me actually doing the reading, was that Huffines was going to find himself sacrificed and tossed out. Okay, yeah, he has found himself in this nightmare situation on so many levels. Okay, at the bottom we've got the Knight of Pentacles, the energy he's stewing in at the moment. He might not have gotten his final payment in regards to taking this step, but the energy he's stewing in is pretty much the paid mercenary. The Dark Horse, the paid mercenary. I'm asking about the regeneration, the Secretome. There's documentation here that's being presented as well, but the energy he's stewing in was pretty much the paid mercenary. In the past, he was sitting tall, he was sitting pretty, he was the lord of all that he surveyed in the past, but it was a false victory. It's one of these middle parasitic echelons that think by doing the bidding of those higher up that they're going to get accepted into this society. They're not. They are just being used. But they think that they're all up, playing with the big boys. The Orange Twerp's the same. He thinks that he's one of the big boys playing the big boy game. No, he's not. He's just simply being used in this same sort of energy, and this is in the past. Crowning the reading, ooh, legal entrapment. but also entrapment by the investigation into the science of this. He's in trouble. We've got a whistleblower coming forward here in the immediate future in regards to these newborn hearts. Externally for him, he's looking at other options about how he can get out of this with that Two of Wands. Internally, nah, the courts are coming for him. He may also be legally looking to see how he can get out of this, but I don't think he's going to. Okay? Or judgment and the hopes and fears, finding himself exposed. Yeah, loss, disappointment, heartbreak with that Five of Cups. Inability to harvest. He might find his assets been seized. I don't think he got the full payment for what he's done. And then the Strength card. Someone's going to try and shut him up. Waiting for his ship to come in. It's going to be like, I did this for you. What are you going to do for me? As they're all getting out of Dodge, abandoning him. The smug merchant, which is again, be very careful what you wish for. It's again this sort of energy, because they're going to they're going to drop him like a hot potato. And then we've got the Tower moment, and then we've got the Tower, we've got the Emperor, and he's going to find himself in reduced circumstances as secrets get revealed. Throwing under the bus with the Five of Wands, tied to the devil energy, poor choices with the Seven of Cups, and then emotionally overwhelming. Oh boy, and then the full exposure. Just seeing what's on the bottom. Full exposure, Queen of Swords, could be legal information come forward about partnerships. He finds himself on unsteady ground. The money hasn't come through. Justice and oligarchical money. And then Ten of Swords is showing itself to me. This is not going to end well for him, even on this angle either. I'm just going to grab. No, it's a dark deck, but I'm just going to grab the True Crime deck and just have a look further into this particular aspect. Okay, so Huffines, heavily invested in regenerative research using newborn baby heart tissue. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? How's it going to go for Huffines and the company Secretome? What do we need to know? Aiming from ethical sources, landfill, ugh. Healing, lies, yeah. Okay. With family, natural disaster, boat, greed. Okay. The lies that have been told, potentially to families, or his sons are heavily involved as well. Lies by the family. That the tissue was used in healing of newborns. Like they're saying it's excess tissue. But in reality, I think they've been buried. You've got a natural disaster happening. Boat, which is perhaps telling me flooding. Greed. It's an empty boat, an empty vessel. This could just be he is an empty vessel. Greed. Life insurance. Beach, walking along an isolated beach. Party. Party road and partner in crime. Partner in crime. Perversion in the home by a male. Trust your intuition. He might meet a accident on a road. That's what I'm getting. I am wondering, I'm getting a bicycle. Does he ride a lot? Is he a cyclist at all? I would be surprised. I'm getting a cyclist being hit by a car or something in an isolated location. I don't think it's actually gonna. That's how it's actually gonna be. Okay. Right. He's now given permission to search on the ranch. I want to have a look at. There are rumours that are coming out. When I got my Hannibal Lecter light bulb moment the other day, I was also shown, if you think back to the series of Grimm, Grimm, the Jagabah episode with the Bears Will Be Bears, about the hunting, trapping, unaliving, feasting. Yeah, I got that as well. Oh, there's Bindi Boo. They're popping in for a visit. Yeah, the dogs know when to come in. Will they find that sort of? Will they find evidence of that sort of thing? Like, I am actually seeing like a staked bear trap with human DNA on the stakes. Will there be? Will they find evidence of hunting? Will they find evidence? What sort of evidence will they find? Oh boy. Right, the Emperor. The powerful parasites. The dark money, the dark web. I was reading something this morning about investigators on the dark web, rescuing abused children, etc. Apparently recognised a sofa that was limited edition and then an older brick, and through a lot of deduction worked out which actual house it was where the child was being kept, and apparently the boyfriend of the mother was a known paedophile. So dark web, dark money. I think what's its name? Jack Reacher also had a book on this, where there was nothing off limits on the dark web if you had the money to pay for it. We've got the Four of Cups. Not wanting to hear what's being offered, not wanting to rejecting. In the past, we've got that King of Cups energy again. I think this is somebody in the New Mexico Senate, very possibly. And I'm hopeless with names. I'm so hopeless with names. I do apologise. My husband's even used to that. If we ever go to a work function for his work or something, he'll go, Libby, you remember so-and-so? And I'll go, oh, yes, of course, because I couldn't remember a name to save my life. he's going to plead ignorance here. May even try and block, but let's see. Oh gosh, the Fool, off the cliff, uncharted waters. But it's also the person falling off the cliff, falling into a hole or something. Oh boy. Right, hopes and fears. Oh, sorry, the immediate future. Six of Pentacles, the moneyed elite, paying for the opportunity. Now, apparently the New Zealand couple that managed the island for EPS, there are reports that they're back in New Zealand, but nobody's been able to find them. There are people that come forward and say, oh, I'm speaking on their behalf, etc. But the actual couple, I don't know that they're even around. But this is paying for the opportunity, trying to keep it under wraps with the Four of Pentacles. Internally, secrets being revealed, though. It's going to come out. Hopes and fears. I did everything that was asked, but now you're leaving. With the Three of Wands. Money trail is the outcome. Big stick and big money. And on the back foot, defensive about it. Abuse of power, betrayal, again thrown under the bus in regard to try and protect. Oh, on the bottom we've got the Moon, we've got the Hierophant, and we've got the World card. I am going to say yes, they are, but Huffines is going again, being set up as the fall guy for this, being left carrying the can with that Four of Cups, Four of Wands. Got paid. Perhaps, I don't think he got his last payment. Yeah, I think they're going to find, I think they are with all those aces and the Fool card. I think they're going to find information. There's going to be something. Okay. I watch one of my escape programs is Time Team, and they use that radar to find like graves and where wall foundation and footings were and things like that. They're going to find a pit, and they're going to find stuff in the pit that when they test is going to be really bad. Okay, I might leave that there. Dark, dark, dark energy, but just know the Star, the best of democracy, the best of the legal system, the best of what makes us the best. I'm just going to point out again, just observe but don't absorb. Even though we never knew this was happening, it was always happening. It was happening regardless of whether we knew about it or not. So by going, this is all new, or claiming that it wasn't happening until it was uncovered is just not true. It's like not going to the doctor for your annual checkup just in case they find something. Well, that something's will always be there, whether you go to the doctor and find it and get it treated or not. We are at that stage where it's coming to the surface. It has happened, it's been happening, and just because we hadn't heard about it didn't mean it didn't exist. So what a time. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Love to you all. Take care. Bye-bye.